Let's talk film gear. So I was gonna do this about travel film gear, but what was that word? Travel? Okay, jokes aside, we haven't been traveling for a while, but I have not stopped filming. Duh, hello. In this video, I'm sharing with you the film gear that I use to create when I'm on the road, especially traveling, but also here at home. I'm gonna link all of these below too, so don't feel like you have to have a pen and paper out there unless you really want to. Welcome back to Live Free TV. My name is Sarah, Live Free Warrior. You're gonna wanna subscribe to this channel because you're gonna be seeing more content like this. How to create, how to film, days in the life of myself and what I do on a day-to-day healthy basis. Because if you're not healthy, you're not as creative at your utmost potential. I'd be lying to you if I told you that I had this memorized, but that's actually one of the things in my travel kit. It's a list. Make lists. They are your best friend when it comes to packing. You're gonna want, first things first, a bag to carry all of this in. So I'm gonna start with the biggest item on the list, and it's a carrying bag or case. In this case, I'm using the Thule backpack. It has little padding spaces that I can maneuver and create into my own shapes in the inside. So you're gonna wanna find something that has a little bit of padding, or at least you can use smaller containers and gently pack your camera gear with inside. The big bags aside, we're gonna go towards, here we are. My camera. Okay, I'm shooting on a Lumix GH5 Panasonic, and it has the Leica Lumix G lens on there. It's a great all-around lens for filming, up close, interviews, near, far. It has autofocus. It doesn't have to be super top of the line if you're just getting into creating. I use this camera for a lot of my travel when I'm filming and doing a lot of still shots within locations, interviews, my YouTube videos, a lot of my auditions I'll do on this camera as well. It's what I got, but if you don't have something that is super new or top of the line, don't let that ever stop you from creating. Use what you got. Now, if you have a great camera, a great concept, but very bad audio, does you no good. So you're gonna wanna get yourself some sort of microphone. I'm using, hello. So I looped this one in here. See my tail? You don't see it. That's because we did a good job today miking ourselves. Here's my tail. Using a lav mic that plugs right into the camera. I also use that sometimes to plug right into my phone. Just remember to bring the adapter, but it's great for recording pristine audio. You can also use wireless mics too, but this, if I'm just doing interviews, talking points, this is perfecto. Oh, another option too you can use is the shotgun mic, which will mount to the top of the camera. I do have one of those that is from Rode, and it just mounts directly to the shoe on the camera. So it's another option if you're just shooting something like I'm talking right here. Now, to have stability and not have to worry about how you're stacking things up or creating the proper height, you want to have the camera about eye level, which you are with me, watching you. It's like Meet the Fokker style. Eye level with the camera. Get yourself a good tripod. This is the Manfrotto tripod that is a light aluminum, so it's great for travel as well. It doesn't take up a ton of space. It's not super heavy. Really great when you're backpacking or walking around with it for hours and filming. We're talking about, see these guns? Well, we're not anymore, but they used to be from carrying the tripods. The best weight ever. Move over, Viper. We've got tripods. Lighting. Whenever possible, I try and get natural light. It's actually really cloudy out today, so we have some side light. You can see it hitting my, okay, I'm gonna stop hitting myself. Side light. Get yourself some good lighting. If you don't have natural light, I love this little aperture light that is made from airplane, titanium, steel. This thing is powerful and heavy duty. I thank Peter McKinnon for this one. You introduced and got me hook, line, sinker, bought this. You can use it for a warm and cool light. It has a little booster, so you can add in extra light as well. It's small, yet powerful. I like to say about myself. Tiny but tough. I am the organized freak. I need my things to be in organized containers, bags. I like to have things where they belong, so when I know I need to find them, I just go right back there and there they are. So thank you, UAG. This isn't sponsored by them, but I got these great little bags. Put my mics in there, my tail, the wire. I'll put my memory cards in there, any chargers, lens covers, I'll put them in there. It's great to have everything either labeled too. You can label them, I will sometimes, but have places in proper storage for your gear. It's gonna last a lot longer. And then when you're on set, you're not also looking for, where did I put this, where did they put this? And it's like at the bottom of your bag. It doesn't look good, it doesn't look professional, and it certainly can create some wear and tear on your gear. Memory cards, get extras. Cannot emphasize this enough. If you are shooting somewhere, there's nothing worse than running out of memory. So get yourself some extra memory cards to have on hand. I bring a little case that has at least 4 extra cards in there. They're anywhere from 32 to 64 gigs. But yeah, never run out of memory cards. The other thing too, bring yourself an external hard drive. I have a whole system that I shoot in the day, and then either after each interview, if we're doing interviews, 1 or 2, I will transfer the footage to the memory, to the hard drive. Same thing if I'm shooting all throughout the day, I just plow through those cards, and then at night I copy all of the data and information to the hard drives, and I have it there. I never want to rely just on the memory cards in the case something happens to them, especially if it's client work or if I'm traveling, because you're not going to get that back. It'll never be the same experience, and you're probably most likely not going to go back to the same space, and you won't get that second chance. So you want to make sure that you have it saved at least in 2 locations. Now on that note, for the creation, I always have my MacBook Pro with me, and this thing is a beast when it comes to computer wear. I do all my editing out here when it comes to video, photo, writing, emails, my day-to-day, my work. This is my sidekick. So on that note, I always use my phone. If you don't have access to take out the big camera, I can't reach you. You have your phone. And in all honesty, these days, phones are incredible. You can film in 4K, you can do slow-mo, you can do time-lapse, there's so much you can do on a cell phone that it's scary to the production industry. So, yep, you can use your phone for a lot these days. And I've noticed too, it's a lot easier to film on the camera of your phone than it is to take out one of the big DSLRs if you're in places like museums, airplanes, airports. They're not always, in some hotels, they don't like you filming with the bigger cameras. That's like it's happened many times to us. So it's always great to have your cell phone with you that you can use as another camera. So get yourself some extra iPhone storage. Now using the phone itself too, I also have a gimbal when I'm wanting to do any quick short video cuts. The DJI has great software that you can use on your phone. So I will record some of the landscapes or touring. I've done this even for where was I? For some of the events that I go to that are just, let me just take quick little clips. It's not a professional. I'll film it with the DJI, and it creates great stabilized footage that I can then compile very fast. Now, speaking of DJIs, I also have the drone, Gringo. We have named the drone Gringo because I don't want to be the only Gringo in this casa. So, Gringo, my little bird, flies above, takes over the landscapes, and tries to stay away from the birds that are in the sky. Something about my drone, just the birds want to eat him. So, I don't know, gotta watch after little Gringo. Amazing footage. It's the Mavic Air, light, compactable. There's something about drone footage that just takes your production to the next level. If you're not buying stock photography and you want to just do it yourself, or stock videography, you know what I brought this up before. Get yourself a shot list. When you go to a location or you have a set and a shoot set up and you have an idea in your mind, you want to get yourself a shot list because you don't want to forget a shot. You get back home, and it's the same as losing the memory card or the hard drive you don't have. If you don't have that footage, you're not gonna get that second chance to get it. So make sure you have a shot list ready to go of what you wanna film. Be okay to be flexible with it too, but know that you have an idea in your mind going in of what you want to get. It's like going to the grocery store. Yeah, you go to the grocery store. If you don't have a list ready to go, you know you're going back home. You're like, oh, I forgot the milk again. When the only thing you went in there for was the darn milk in the first place. Create a list. All right, one of my favorites, they're right here. Ha, hello, so sorry, can't hear you. Headphones, headphones, headphones. One, you're gonna want those for the plane. Noise canceling are my favorites. Tune out the world around you. But when you're editing, if you're on the road and you want to edit, it's gonna really tick people off around you if you are playing over and over and over and over and over and over the same song, the same clip, the same work. So put your headphones on, do yourself. You can hear the actual sound that you're creating when you're starting to add sound effects, when you're adding voiceover, when you're adding in music. You wanna be able to really hear that crisply. I think that's a word. So I hope this was helpful. You have a list and compiled of the gear that I use for filming when I'm at home, on the road. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If there's anything that I missed that you're like, Sarah, how do you live without this? I want to hear from you. And if this was useful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, Live Free TV. I want to keep creating for you at home, most importantly. So subscribing here on Live Free TV for travel, personal well-being, and creative tips for you creating here at home, on the road, or wherever you are in the world. Follow me over on Instagram at Live Free Warrior for daily inspiration, más o menos, and stay tuned for lots more production to come. Besitos, time to create. Monsieur, creation time. Teo.